Rama Rama Puppodu. Hope all are in good health, feeling very relaxed, having a peaceful life, and being happy always. Also, don't forget to chant the Lord's name every time, every moment, every second. Okay, now let's go to chapter 11. Anjangaum Angar, Part 1. An honest rebel. Ramdas had a unique experience during this visit to the Cholapur district. The reader may remember that Ramdas had visited Anjangaum once before a year ago and had been the recipient of great kindness and hospitality at the hands of the devotee Madhavrava Kulkarni. The celebration in his house was of navavidhabakthi, that is, 9 kinds of devotion. The devotee, who is a high-class Brahman, had engaged the services of over a dozen Brahmins to perform the various functions of the sacred festival. Besides Ramcharandas, Ramdas was later joined by Bhavani Shankar Rao of Bangalore. Ramdas arrived at Madhav Rao's house only 2 or 3 days before the close of the festival, which had a run, as usual, for 9 days. Since his arrival, Madhav Rao's house had a rush of visitors to see him. Now, the attention of most of the inmates of the house and the people of the village was diverted from the religious ceremony towards him. The Brahmins did not at all like the turn of events. They remonstrated with Madhav Rao against the undue prominence paid to a wandering sadhu. Poor Madhav Rao was in a sore fix. His love and regards for Ramdas would not diminish in spite of the repeated onslaughts of the Brahmins against his fidelity to Ramdas. The inevitable last straw was not lacking in the present case. The situation was growing every moment more and more serious. At the request of Madhav Rao and other guests, Ramdas was made to distribute prasad. The Brahmins demurred to accept it from the hands of Ramdas. However, some of them most reluctantly received it from him, and there was an honest rebel. His name was also Ramdas, hereafter referred to as Brahmanramdas. He stood up and defiantly spoke out. I refuse to debase myself by taking prasad from his hands, pointing towards Ramdas. This outburst stunned Madhav Rao and the whole congregation as though a bomb had suddenly exploded in their midst. Ramdas only smiled and told Madhav Rao not to mind the Brahman's words, and there was no harm done. The other Brahmins, discovering in Brahman Ramdas an intrepid leader, thenceforth gathered around him and raised a united standard of revolt. Madhav Rao was truly frightened. He feared that the celebration, which went on so far smoothly, would be upset and spoiled. He understood Ramdas perfectly. He took care to see that Ramdas was not brought in contact with them, so that there might be no room for discontent or disruption. While previously at dinner, Ramdas and the Brahmins were sitting in one line. Madhav Rao now divided up the ranks and so arranged matters that no invidious distinctions were palpably noticed. However, the celebration terminated without further unpleasantness, although the Brahmins maintained the tenseness of the situation to the end. Ramdas was all the time an amused witness of the whole game. The matter, however, did not stop here. Ramdas had meanwhile received an invitation from a neighboring village. The Brahman Ramdas, who came to know of it, proceeded to the village in advance and warned the devotee who would have Ramdas at his place not to take him there. He told the devotee and others that Ramdas was an imposter in the garb of a sadhu, and for all that they knew, he might be an outcast and was not therefore worthy of being associated with by Brahmins of their status. Fine things about Ramdas indeed, but the devotee Balwantrao of Angar, Angar being the name of the neighboring village, would not be prejudiced. He had on the last occasion came in touch with Ramdas and had been all kindness and love. He ran down to Anjangaum and took over Ramdas to Angar. Nearly 50 villagers from Anjangaum followed him, including Madhavrao and many members of his household. Divine love was fully at work in the hearts of these simple and pure country folk. It was a walk of about 3 miles. Ramdas and the party duly reached Angar. The brahmanramdas was there. He came and sat near Ramdas. His looks were full of contempt and his manner cold and overbearing. There was now quite a crowd round Ramdas. The Brahman asked Ramdas a question. What is panhikarna? Ramdas replied that he was not learned and his knowledge of such matters was very little. At this he laughed derisively and then, raising his voice, told the assembled people that they were veritable fools to have come to pay homage to an imposter whose only qualification was his colossal ignorance. The hearers did not relish this pointed attack and hung their heads down. As for Ramdas, he broadened his usual smile and remained perfectly calm and quiet. Hundreds of visitors streamed into Balwantrao's house and afforded Ramdas the happiness of their company. Their love for him was marvelous. The Brahman chafed and burned with the fire of jealousy. The day passed. Next day there was a big feast. The Brahman openly refused to join it. In the evening he proposed to perform a harikatha. On such occasions, Ramdas was made to sit in a prominent place, and the performance would take place in front of him in the midst of a vast multitude. So also did it happen this time. The brahmanramdas, who brought about the situation to serve his purpose, indirectly levelled at Ramdas a most spirited diatribe. After dilating at length upon the qualities of a hypocritical sadhu, he concluded the katha with this peroration. Vagabonds and frauds are abroad, pretending to be sannyasis and sadhus. Beware of them. Only dull-headed people run after them, make much of them, and eventually fall an easy prey to their wiles and machinations. Ramdas was not any the worse for a fresh baptism of abuse. God so willed it, and he submitted, his equanimity undisturbed. Okay, folks, let's see in the next chapter. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puppodu.